Welcome back to this series where we are rebuilding the entire TFL network on NIMBY rails. Today is our 13th episode. We're going down this in alphabetical order. Today is T for the Thameslink, so let's get into it. I've got this thrown up over here for the time being. We are going to be starting off all the way up in Bedford, which is all the way over here. And we're going to go down the line all the way down to Brighton first. So we're going to go all the way into Bedford Station, which is located just here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the platform just about here. And after Bedford, the next station will be Flitwick, which is all the way over here. And the station will be in this gap here. So I'm going to just put this up to about 160 meters like this. So now what we're going to do is we have to link these two up. So we're just going to start off by doing this, bridge up across that river. And we're just going to follow this line. Gonna go tunnel under this road and that little river. And then we're going to curve around something like this. And we're going to continue following around and just through this patch, which will take us out to here, and then that will take us just neatly into Flitwick there. So we got the first two stations done. We need to go down to Harlington, which the station will be just in this gap here. So now we're going to go back up to Flitwick and then just go something like this. And then into the station there. Now after that, the next station will be Leagrave, which will be in this gap just about here. So I'm going to put in the station just about here. So now I'm going to have to go back up to Harlington and then just link up these two stations. This seems to be just a little straight line all the way down to here, where it slowly curves towards the Luton side. And then it goes into Leagrave there. And then from here, the train will then go through like this. And we'll go into Luton Station, which would be about round here. So then we're gonna bring this down. It's actually allowing me to do that. I'm actually kind of surprised, but we'll go into Luton. And after Luton, we're going to go all the way up into Luton Airport Parkway. So we've got a tunnel under this little road here. And we are at Luton Airport Parkway. So we're going to just put in the station here. And just link them two up. Maybe move that over a little bit. Something like that. And after that, the next station will be Orpington, which will be in this gap here. So easy enough, just put that in there, and then we just go back up to here, and then we just try to figure out where this goes, because I have zero idea, but it looks like it follows through like this. I'm actually going to put this as a bridge across all of that, and from here I'm going to put this through like this, and then through something like this, and then into Orpington like that. And after all of that, the next station will be St Albans City, which will be just in this spot here. What I'm actually going to do though is I'm going to put in one platform here and just another one as well. So we've got St Albans City in, we can go back up to Orpington and then go just zooming all the way down here. If we don't get any more road hits, that is. But I think we'll be just good for the time being. So the reason why I'm not putting this like dead center in is because at some point I'm going to be porting this world over onto a brand new world for national rail services. And Thameslink is obviously a national rail service, but it's also on the TFL network. and then this goes into St Albans Sea like that. And after this, the next station will be Radlett, which would be just in the spot here. So we're gonna put this in there. But yeah, like what I was saying is eventually I'm going to be porting all national rail services from this map onto a brand new save, so we can have one for just TfL services and one for all national rail services. I'm going to have to tunnel under this bit, something like that, and then we are just approaching into St Albans City just here. And we have currently Bedford down to Radlett done, and the next one will be Elstree and Boreham Wood, which would be just over here. I'm going to put this in, something like that. Yep. So now we have that in, we are going to go all the way up to Radlett, and we're just gonna, just like before, we're gonna just try find our way through. And then this one's actually a lot easier than it looks, and we are into Elstree and Boreham Wood there. And after that, the next station will be Mill Hill Broadway, which will be roughly around in this spot here. So I'm going to put in stations, something like this, like right next to this road, so we've got a little bit of space for National Rail. Now we're just going to see if I can just go around this for the entire way, but we will see. I think we actually might be able to. That is quite surprising. Actually, apparently I have a road here, sorry. Which I didn't have before, but there we go. Now that's fixed, we can continue going down here. I'm actually kind of surprised it's not telling us off for any of these. That's actually quite surprising. So for that, we're going to go all the way down to Hendon, which will be just over here. Oh, it's going to be a little bit more tough, but we've got it. 610 out of 160. And now go back onto Mill Hill Broadway, and we're just going to go through like this, just to try. There we go. And after this, the next station will be Cricklewood, but not for long actually, because they're building a brand new station up here, which is Brent Cross West, I believe. I might be wrong on that. I know it's to do with Brent Cross. But the next station will be Cricklewood, and it's just here. So we're going to put this one in. Apparently it says in Brent. Would it be in Brent? I thought Brent finished up here. I thought it would have been more of like the Royal Boroughs, but fair enough, I guess. So we're now just going to... This is actually a really good spot to have like a train station, because you have all this bit here and you have Brent Cross issues down the road. But anyways, after Cricklewood, we're going to go all the way down to here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to add in one platform here, another platform here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in another platform here, only because I want this entire station to be one. So just ignore that platform. We can use it for like terminating services or something like that. So I'm gonna have to... Gosh, I hate this game. But I guess that will work like that. Anyways, after that, next station will be Kentish Town, which thankfully we can see just here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this above the ground like that, so at least we won't have issues with the roadside there as well. So then here we're going to go back under tunnel. So what we're going to do here is we're going to drop this to -2 just so we can go past that. But then we're going to go like this. So we're going to go through with the ground like this, just so we can then go up to that. And I'm just going to do something similar here as well, just so that's at least alright, I guess. And from here, we are at Kentish Town. We need to go all the way down to King's Cross. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the station on -2. I'm just going to put it in just about here. So now from here, we are going to have to make this go like something like through here. And through like this. I was actually at King's Cross Station, the Thameslink one exactly, actually the other day. So I know the next station is Farringdon, which I'm just going to put it under like that, and have that go above there. And then just here, I'm going to have the Thameslink, because it is there. And then I'm going to just curve this off, and through like that. And after Farringdon, the next station will be City Thameslink. So I know there's an entrance up here, and I know there's an entrance down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this something like in the middle, so at least it isn't too far off. So now from here, I'm just going to go over to Blackfriars, and I'm going to put in one platform just about here. I'm just going to make it 180. And this other one I'm going to put through like that. I'm just going to take that bit off. And I'm going to put this through like in here. Put it to the ground, and then curve it, I guess. I'll do something like that so it's a little bit quicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do something like that, so at least Blackfriars Station is one complete station. And now from here we're going to go, so going to be going along here. I'm going to be going up into London Bridge. So we're just going to use this little curve bit here and connect up to Blackfriars. And we're just going to go around about here. Do about 160, and we're just going to be making this just go next to this, something like that, so we can at least get into London Bridge. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make this platform 160, like around here, so we can have a few more platforms here, and then more when we do. So from here we are going to go all the way over to Croydon side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and we're going to go beside New Cross Gate, just like this. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to be following very closely to the overground. So we're just going to go just through like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way down to Norwood Junction, just over here. And I'm just going to add in an extra platform, so at least we have a place to terminate, I guess. Not terminate, to stop. So we're just going to use this line, which is just we're just gonna put them back a bit. We're gonna go back all the way up to Forest Hill, and from here we're just going to somehow make this work. It's not my best work on NIMBY rails, but you know, I guess it could be a little worse. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this underneath the station, because that bit's a bit tricky to do. And then we are using this bit. So what we're going to do, that. At least we can have this be used as the fast line all the way into Norwood Junction. And from here we're going to go along, and we will eventually be crossing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have that go underneath. And then up like that. So this will go across and into East Croydon here. So this will go in this little gap here. And after the East Croydon, the next station will be South Croydon, which will be in this little spot here. So I'm just going to put this in just here. And then this one will just simply go all the way up to East Croydon. So after this, the next station will be Purley. So the station will be in this gap here. And there is a station up here called Purley Oak somewhere, but we are going to be skipping it because it does not stop on the Thameslink. So that little bit there would be it. So we're just gonna then go into there, so at least that gives enough space to curve off and curve back into Purley. Now the next station will be Colston South. We're just in this spot here. So this will be served by one of the branches off Bedford. So there's two branches from Bedford. One goes to Brighton and one goes to Three Bridges, and that one goes through Red Hill. So what I'm going to do is around about back here we're going to have a curve. We're going to have a curve off like this, and it's just going to go through this little gap here. Then it's going to, but what we're going to do is we're going to focus on getting this part done first. So the next station will be Merstham. So we're just going to put this in just about here. So this will go through there, and then we'd have to tunnel all the way from here to about this spot here, and then we're just going to follow that road just like that. So because this skips Colston, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it curve back on the line because there's nothing up until here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the fast line, and then this will go underneath like this, and then this is going to go about here, and this will also go under the ground to about here, and then it will come around here. So the next station will be Red Hill. So the station will be just in this spot here. So the fast line will be coming through just this bit here. So we'll need to be doing that, and then we're just going to grab the slow line. Pretty much is the slow line, the one that goes through Red Hill. So this will be the Three Bridges branch, and then we will just go into Red Hill station there. So the next station will be Ellswood, and that would be just in the spot here. So we're just going to put this in. So now we're going to take this out from Red Hill. Oh, I totally did not miss that. Oh, there we go, that's good enough, I guess. So now what I'm gonna need to do is I'm going to curve this off like this, and then so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to remove that branch thing, and I'm just going to be building this just next to it. So the next station here will be Salford's. Salford station will be in the spot here. So we're going to put it to 160 meters as per usual. We're going to move the slow line just over a little bit so it gives the fast line just a little bit of space. And then it's just going to go in there. So now I can just go along and in this line here. I'm actually gonna do something like that so it's a little bit quicker, and then just next to it, next station will be Hawley, so that will be just in this spot here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab the fast line, and then just go in a straight line, nearly a full straight line. So I'm gonna have to tunnel that under this little bit, and then go all the way into Horley Station like that. So now I'm going to need to manage to curve this off like this, so we can then get it all on one line. So next station will be Gatwick Airport. So this one has a fair few platforms, I'm aware of that. So we're just going to do something like that. Maybe do something like that so it looks a little bit better. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this middle line and do something like that. And then this will slowly but surely just go into that. And then this will also just curve off and go into that. So at some point when I do the Gatwick Express on the National Rail series, I'm going to use this platform here as the Gatwick Express line. But for now, I'm going to be coming out from this line. So the next station after that will be Three Bridges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one platform in just about here and another one here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this line. I'm just going to go pretty much up. So we're going to just use two lines for the time being that connect these two stations up. So this line will be mostly used for the terminus platform, and then also this branch line here. So I'm just gonna move that slightly over, and then take this all the way through into Gatwick Airport like this. So we're gonna now go back over here, see what the problem is. It's that river there. What do you mean? That's literally fine. There we go. This is your 1 pixel off. Alright, so now we have one branch done. We've got the Bedford to Three Bridges done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way down to Brighton. The next station will be Balcombe, which the station is just over here. So I'm going to be building this station under the ground. And then we're also going to be very quickly linking this up to Three Bridges. You see, this is very far out. This small rivers also kind of don't help. And then we just into Three Bridges. What I'm also gonna do whilst I'm here is I'm just gonna do that, just so if that little bit's done, because that will go down to Horsham, which isn't actually that long. Now we've got Balcombe done, we need to go all the way down to Haywards Heath, which is, for some strange reason, mid-Sussex on this map. So the station will be up in this spot. I'm going to see if I can... Oh, I can do this. Cool. So what I'm going to do is, because this station is pretty much on a branch line, and on Google Maps it is just two platforms, I'm just going to stick this directly in the middle. So we're just going to go directly through. So I'm going to go straight through like this. Kind of messed up on that bit, but that's fine. I can change this around, so this will be just like that. So next station will be Wolvesfield, I'm guessing is how you say it. So that station will be just up here. This one is across the road. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this something like that. And then I'm just going to follow this along. I'm actually kind of surprised that let me do that. And then just through like that. maybe push this a little bit over a bit because Gatwick Express will come through here. But then again, I might just tunnel it like next to this line. But after that, next station will be Bergs Hill. So that will just go in here. So now we're just going to link these two up, and oh my gosh, I really messed that one up. Dear. Right, we'll just pretend I didn't do anything wrong. You see, that's fine. We didn't do anything wrong. And next station will be whatever this name is. Whoever named this town, what were you thinking? Ha, socks. What's funny about socks, man? Come on. What's funny about socks? But anyways, this will go just through like that. And after all of that, next station will be Preston Park, and the station will be just here. You can put this in, and we just need to. Oh, that is one long way, but we will get this done. That obviously won't work. So we're gonna do something like that. Right, so I'm gonna go back over here because this one seems to be easiest for now, because that one just follows whatever. And then this will go, looks like it goes through like here, and then yeah, just follows through. And I'm not entirely sure where this goes, but it looks like it goes across to go back over, but fuck this farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this under the ground so I can do something like that. Don't know why it does that. So from here we're going to go into a tunnel all the way across this farm, and then all across into there. So now we have only one station to go, and that will be Brighton Station. And it will be just in this little, I say little, this is by far a little spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 different platform spaces for the different lines. So we've got the Southern, the Thameslink, and the Gatwick Express. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to curve out like this, and just go directly in the middle. And then something like this. So this one here will be the Gatwick Express, and this will be the Southern. So I'm just going to go like this, and then just curve this like that. Now, after doing the Bedford to Three Bridges and Brighton, we are now going to go all the way from Peterborough all the way down to Horsham. So we will be using this kind of branch bit that I made. So we will be going all the way up to Peterborough first, but we're going to be going to the station. So we're going to put in 3 platforms in just for now. And from Peterborough, we're going to go all the way over to Huntingdon, which station will be just in this gap here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just put this underneath, just so I can easily take this out. And then we're just going to go through the city like this. And we're going to curve round and through like this. So this should take us closer and closer to Peterborough. We will eventually know if we are catching up. Currently it just looks like we're still in the middle of literal nowhere. Thought that would give us a little bit of trouble, but it kind of hasn't. So now that there's a hospital here, we should be catching up to Peterborough now. Here we go. Bridge over this, bend over just so we can use that furthest platform, and in we go. So I believe the LNER will be going down this line. So after Huntingdon we're going to St. whatever that is, I'm going to go into this platform here. So now, just like before, we're just going to be following. Well, we're just gonna have to try follow something, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna go back down to this same place and try figure out where exactly we're going, because I genuinely have zero idea. I do hate the fact that we can't just build over roads, because tracks can't do that. But now we're just gonna go through like this. I did accidentally mess that bit up there. And then that will go straight through. What I'm actually gonna do, make this a little bit straighter. And then bridge over. Something like this. So after this place, the next station will be Sandy, which is just over here. So we're just gonna drop ourselves in SpongeBob, and we're gonna just say hello to Sandy and SpongeBob, and we're going to very quickly go back up to the scene. I don't know how to say it, but you know, it's fine. We don't have to. We can just save the embarrassment, I guess. So now we're just approaching. And now we are in there. How many signs do they need? They've got one here, we've got another one here, and they've got another one there. Why do they need 3? And now after Sandy, we're going to go over to Bickley, where the station will be in this gap. So now we're just going to go follow next to one of these, I guess. Yep, sure. And this gap opens up, and then we just go straight through. And the next station will be Olsey, which is just here. But you'd think the station's down here, but it's not. It's all the way up here. Whoever designed that couldn't go lick a dog. Bastards. So now, I don't give a shit, because I'm now just going to go pretty much in a straight line all the way up to Bickley. But now I'm gonna have to just fix some issues here. And just move that across like that, and then easy peasy. And the next station will be Hitchin. So here we will have one platform, and then we will have another one. So this platform will be for the Great Northern, so we will just be going straight along here. So maybe if I can just, so he's gonna go something like this, and then all the way up towards Olsey, but I didn't rename it, but that's fine. Boom, done. So we just go back down, and then we go all the way into Stevenage for the next station, which will be just about here. So same thing here, I'm just going to have 2 different platforms. So now I'm just going to connect this up, and then we will eventually reach the great destination of Hitchin. Don't know what's here. Looks just like Hamilton, to be honest. Cool. It's literally nowhere near the main centre, but you know, that's perfectly fine. And now the next station will be at Nebworth, which will be in this spot here. And then we're just going to put this. I mean, to be fair, this isn't even that far away. And in like that. The next station will be Wellwyn North, which will be just about, well, not just about, it will be here, which isn't too bad. And we just do something like this, and then just bridge across over like that. So we just go back to Nebworth, and we go something like this. I'm just going to follow this road here. into Wellwood North. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go something like this again with the 2 separate platforms. So I believe Wellwood Gunsea is a stop for the Thameslink. I mean, like a terminating stop. I'm not too sure. I know saying that Albans is, but I guess we'll see at some point. And after Wellwood, we will go all the way down to Hatfield, where the station will be in this little spot here. The good thing with these stations are they're not even that far away from each other, so it's not even that hard to, I guess. And then we're just in like that. And the next station will be Potter's Bar, so we're just going to put this in just about in that spot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just connect this up. With our previous station. The reason why these two are so far away from each other is because Brookman's Park and Welham Green are both Great Northern only stations. So we're just skipping straight past them because we're not going to be building that onto the Thameslink. Now, next station won't be Hadleywood because that's also a Great Northern only station. So then after that will be New Barnet, which will be in this spot here. So now we will just have to just ignore Hadleywood and bridge over the tiniest fucking river of all time, because this game can't realise that it's the tiniest river and you can literally just walk across it, meaning a track can easily go across it as well. Anyways, after that, next station will be Oakley Park, which will be just in a spot here. What I'm going to do is make it 146 so then I can extend that part and then just go up to New Barnet. What I might do is I might actually move this over to the other side, just so we're not crossing ourselves. And after that, the next station will be New Southgate, will be just in this spot here. So now from here, I actually kind of mess up on the station because I want it to be like that. But you know, that's fine, it's just an easy fix. But then we just go, that's going to work, okay. So now we're just gonna put this underneath all of this. And then we're gonna go into Oakley Park. And now from here, we are going to be going into the main line into Finsbury Park. So the next station will be Alexandra Palace. I lied. So I originally thought this stopped at Alexandra Palace and then skipped Hornsey over here and went to Finsbury Park. But actually the Thameslink just completely skips everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight past. And we're going to go into Finsbury Park over here. So here we're gonna have one here and another one just here. So I'm gonna have to do it something like that, and then we're just gonna have the Thameslink go into there. And after Finsbury Park, the next station will be King's Cross. Now, how this goes in is it goes like across like this, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring it down. And I'm going to curve it like this so it goes into the main King's Cross. And I'm just going to bridge this over and then something like this. And then we're just going to tunnel this. We're just going to follow it. So it's here, it's just the Piccadilly line. And we're just going to be following it all the way up to Finsbury Park. So now we've got that going into King's Cross, which means we have it all the way down to just before Crawley over here. So the first station we're going to go into is Crawley Station, which is going to be about in here. So that's just going to go something like this. And then the next station will be Ifield, I guess is how you say it. So this station will be in this gap just here, but This is a bit of a sticky one, but you know, it's fine. We can make this work, kind of. Oh yeah, we can. Yeah. Is it Ifield or Iffield? I generally don't know, but the next station will be Faygate, and the station will be here, but it pretty much sticks the entire way. Fair enough. And then we're just going to go all the way along, and just after that we will link up to that station over there, and then the next station will be Little Haven, which will be just here, and we can literally just see this straight on the map where this goes. So we're just gonna just do this. Oh, and we've got another water road here. What is it hitting? What was it hitting? Oh, right, that, yeah, makes sense. And then the final station will be Horsham. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in one platform here, and I'm going to put in another one just here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this one out. So I'm just going to put that in a little bit closer. So now we're going to go this way. And then just straight up here. And then that is another branch done. So now we have the Bedford to Brighton and 3 bridges, and the Peterborough to Horsham. And now we need to do the Luton to Rainham. We're going to go all the way up to London Bridge, and we're just going to, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put in another platform just here. I'm also just going to put an extra one just for the shits and giggles, and then that will just slip into there, and this one will just also just slip into there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go along here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to disconnect that, and I'm just going to cut this back up, and I'm just going to use this as my other line, and I'm just going to use this one. So now I'm just going to pull this into London Bridge just like that. So the first station after London Bridge will be Bedford, which will be in this gap here. So now I'm just going to leave this on a bridge for now, because it crosses over that line, and also that one too. And the next station will obviously be Greenwich. Do something like this, and we also just bridge this over the river and then into Greenwich station like that. And from here we're just going to curve up like this, and then we're just going to go like this, and we're going to go up to Maze Hill. There it's just going to, and we're just going to go across like this, and they keep the tunnel going through the uni and through into Maze Hill. And now after Maze Hill, the next station will be Westcombe Park, which I didn't actually know this station existed until just now. Like, I've been around this area, but I've never noticed this station. So now we're just going to curve this up and into Charlton Station. Obviously Charlton Station I knew of, same with Maze Hill, because Charlton for obviously the valley, and then Maze Hill because it's next to Greenwich Park, so of course I'd know it because I've got a video about that coming fairly soon to the channel. But the next station will be Woolwich Dockyard, and this will be just placed in this gap here. So now we're just going to follow across like this. I'll do something like that. Now I'm just going to keep this in the tunnel for now, but this will go into Woolwich Arsenal Station. So this is just going to go like that, and from here I'm just going to curve this up So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Plumstead Station just here. Just because this will go straight into the station like that. And then that will come straight out like this. And we will just go straight over to Abbey Wood Station. Just like that. So now from here, we're going to go like this. We're also going to just curve up like this as well. I hate this game, and why does it do this stuff? Genuinely hate this game for this. Do that, and then we're going to have it like connect into the existing Elizabeth line. The next station we will be stopping at will be Slade Green, so we're going to go straight past Belvedere, then around this bend here, and it's going to come into one track and then split off again. Because of, and I'm just gonna put this underneath like that, and then this will go into our next station at Slade Green. And after Slade Green, our next station will be Dartford. So it'll be just in this gap here. So we're gonna do something like this just to get out of here. So that there will be a completely separate line, but I'm just going to do this just for now. And we'll be needing this section just here. We'll go up through there. But just need to do that track bit there. And then here we're going to have another bridge across. And we're just going to go through by the Thames here. And into Slade Green. Turns out that's not the Thames. I just saw blue and assumed it was the Thames, but nope, it's just this weird map thing. And after Dartford, we will be going all the way over to Stone Crossing. So we're just going to put this in here. So now we're just going to go around, and then tunnel into here, and then into Dartford here. So now we're going to go from Stone Crossing into Green Height. So we're just going to put this in here, and then it's just going to go cross up, then literally just across. Our next station will be Swanscombe, which is here. And just like this, we're literally just going to go across. And I'm just going to put this underneath that. And from here, the next station will be Northfleet, which will be in between both of these roundabouts. So it's about here. So then we just simply enough just add that into there. Our next station will be Gravesend, which will be just about in the spot here. So now I'm just gonna go out from here and tunnel our way just through here, and then just up and round into Northfleet. And after Gravesend, the next station will be Horsham. So the next station will be actually just in this tiny little gap here. So now we're just going to go across, and then something like this. And then it's going to go drops through here, then goes into a tunnel, and then we'll just come into Gravesend like that. Next station will be Strood. this will be just about in the spot here. So I'm just gonna do it something like this, but I'm also just gonna kind of move it a little bit down there as well, just so we can then curve this round and up onto a bridge across. But for now, we are just going to go around like this. We're going to go into a tunnel, and we're just going to go straight up into over here. And then we're just going to curve this and into Horsham like that. Right, and from here we are now going to go fully across the river, and we are now also going to be stopping at Rochester. So we're just gonna put this in, and we're just gonna curve this around like that. Then that next station will be Chatham. It'll be just in this spot here. So I'm just going to put that underneath so we can go up like this and then across into Rochester. And from Chatham we're going to go all the way up to Gillingham, where the station is just here. So we're just going to do something like that. Now I'm going to just bring this down, and then we're just going to put this into another tunnel. We're just going to go all the way down and then into another tunnel, just cross like that, and then into Chatham station there. And now Rainham station is all the way over here, so now we're just going to take this out of Rainham station, and we're just going to go all the way across into Gillingham. And now that is our fourth branch line done. Obviously we've got the Bedford to Brighton and the Bedford to Three Fishes. We also have the Peterborough to Horsham and the Luton to Rainham. Now we've got 3 more to do. We've got Blackfriars to Sevenoaks and Orpington, the Sutton loop, and also the Bedford to East Grinstead. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go all the way down to Croydon, for more specific South Croydon. So now I'm going to just zoom in. We're just going to put in a brand new platform here as well, because why not? So now I'm just going to do something like this, and then we're just going to curve that off, and then we're just going to curve up around like this. The first station will be Sanderstead, so I'm just going to put this in round about here. Just do something like this so it won't turn me off. So at least these 2 stations aren't exactly that far away. But then the next station will be Riddlesdown, and it'll be in between these 2 roads just here. So then we're just gonna go something like this and into Sanderstead. And then from here we want to go to Upper Worlingham, which is nowhere near it, but so now from here we're just going to curve this around all of this and just and then just put it like that. Bit weird, but yep. And the next station after that will be Woldingham, which will be in this spot just about here. So we're just going to curve this around, and then we will hit Upper Worlingham. And after that, the next station will be Oxted, be all the way over here. Just put this in, and then we're just going to tunnel under the road, and then tunnel under this one as well, because the game's weird like that. But I don't have to tunnel under that one, which is actually really kind of dumb. So now we're just going to tunnel from here, and we're just going to curve around here to here. Well, we're just going to go up to Woldingham. Now after Oxted, the next station will be Hurst Green, which the station will be in this gap here. Simple enough, we are just going to go figure out our way out of there, and then just like that. And now likewise we have to just do this, and we will have to go all the way down to Lingfield, all the way over here, where the station will be in here. So now we're just going to figure out a way on getting up there. I generally have zero idea where this goes, so I'm just guessing at this point, but this looks like it follows through here and then goes into the station. So we'll just connect it up like that. And then the next station will be at Dorman's, which station will be here. And we're just going to go around here. Then, how is it not liking that? But I can go on that road easy peasy. It's fine, because by doing that it somehow works. And from here the final station of this branch will be East Grinstead, which will be over here. So now we just need to connect these two stations up just by following. What the fuck? You know what, I'm just gonna bridge it, I don't care. It most likely goes underneath it, but you know, I don't care. I'm bridging over it. Right, and now we have that branch down, and now what we're going to do here is we're going to be building a brand new bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to be curving off here, and then we're going to be going across like here, maybe going up on a viaduct, and then from Elephant and Castle we are going to go along here. So I'm going to go follow all the way through like this to about here, where we are going to go curving towards the right, but we will be back very shortly. So this part will be going towards the Sutton loop over here, but we are going to be curving over this way because we are going to Orpington. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be going into the overground tracks here. So we'll be going across, and then here we are going to be curving off this way. So we're just going to put that across like that. So we have Denmark Hill and Peckham Rye both done. We are going all the way over to Nunhead, just over here. So we just connect those two up. So it's not liking that, but that's fine because we have plenty of space here to move the station. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be going all the way over to Crofton Park. So we're going to build the station in here. And then we're just going to build a bridge over the main line just there. And then we're just going to be going around through this little alley bit here. This will go straight through, but we are not going to be using that for the time being, so we're going to be ignoring it. Now after Crofton Park, we're going to go all the way down to Catford. So I'm going to put this up on a viaduct, mainly because of the river there. So we're just going to be curving around like this and into Crofton Park. And after Catford, the next station will be Bellingham, which will be just here. So then we're just going to be going up like this, and then across like that. Then the next station will be Beckenham Hill, which seems to be in this spot here. So we're now just going to go across like this. And the next station will be at Ravensbourne, which is just on the other side of this park. Be exactly here. Put this in there. I mean, I did kind of mess that one up, but that's fine. There we go. And after Ravensbourne, it will be Shortlands, which is just here. So we just curve that into there. Now from here, the next station will be Bromley South. So we will now just go up to Shortlands and we will just curve around it into Bromley South like that. And our next station will be all the way at Bickley. So that station will be just here. So we're just gonna find this gap here. Go under there. And then through up into here. Now the main line does go across here through St Mary Cray, but we are not going that way because we want to be using the little line that curves off and goes all the way down to Petwood. So we're going to put this in just here. I'm also just going to be kind to myself and just put in an extra platform as well. So now we're just going to bring this up like this. And after Petwood, it goes straight down to Orpington. So we're gonna have one platform here, and then we're gonna have another one just here. So now we're just going to go up through here and straight into Petwood. So now we've got that branch line done. We have one final line to do, and that is the St Albans to Sutton. So we're going to go back, and I actually made a little mistake because we don't actually curve off here, we stay on this line. So we're just going to do something like that, and we're just going to put in Loughborough Junction just here. Just going to put that in, just move that a little bit further up so I can actually put in the station here. And now after here, the next station will be Herne Hill, which is just in the spot here. So now we're just going to go along like that and then just curve straight off. So we can then just put ourselves into Loughborough Park. Next one will be Tulse Hill, which is just here. So just do something like this. So it's going to curve around. Then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move the station back a bit, just something like this. Because now we can then just something like this. And it'll actually look alright instead of not curved like that. Now after this, the next station will be Streatham, which is all the way over here. It's a bit far, so we're just gonna go across like this, and then follow around up into Tulse Hill. Now after all of that, the next station will be Mitcham Eastfields, which will be located just up here. So we just go up like this, and after all of that, the station will be Mitcham Junction. It will be just in the spot here. We'll also be at Mitcham Junction next episode, because we're going to be doing the trams and the Waterloo and City Line, and the trams do go to Mitcham, so that will be quite fun to go back down there and just stick it in the tram system just there. But what we're going to do is we're going to be putting down this down here, because the next station will be Hackbridge, and it'll be just here. Need to put it under in a tunnel because it's, you know, it's the game, come on, expect it by now. After Hackbridge, the next station will be Carshalton, which station will be just in the spot here. Will this actually just fully fit? Oh my gosh, it actually will. Cool. So now we're just gonna just go across like this, just keep it bridged because of that other river, and then we'll go into Hackbridge there. And next station will be Sutton. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting the station in just here. We'll also be putting in 2 platforms, and then we're going to coming around like this, put that into a tunnel, and then we will be coming around like that. So now from here we're just going to go out like here. We're going to be coming out like this, and then we're just going to be going into a tunnel around about here, just like this. And then there's a station just here, and that will be West Sutton. So we're just going to come around like that. Then we can take this back up to the ground and coming up like this. And we will be going into Sutton Common. Do something like that. So just gonna bring that like that. And then curve this around like that. The next station will be St. Helier. So I'm gonna keep going around. Turn this corner. And over here will be St. Helier Station. So we're just gonna curve that into there. I'm gonna come out of here. I'm gonna go all the way up here. Put this one underground because this one will be more than south. Now I'm gonna go all the way up and into here will be South Merton. So now we're just gonna put that through into there. Now the next station will be Wimbledon Chase, which is just in this spot here. So then we can curve this around like that, but we'll also need to continue that just like that. So now we will be going straight through like this. We'll be going straight into Wimbledon, and then we are going to be using this one, and we are just going to be coming straight out like this out to Hayden's Road, so that will just slip in just nicely there. So then we will have to be bridging up like this. So our final station to be built will be Tooting, and it'll be just here. I didn't think this would be the spot for Tooting Station, considering Tooting Broadway's up there, so I generally did not think this would be where Tooting Station would be, because it looks very like out of the way. Strange. But anyways, we're gonna be coming straight back down, and we'll be curving around like this and connecting back up to the main line. Just gonna move these slightly up a bit. Why does it not like this? Because it was literally liking it, but now it doesn't want to. But that's fine. And now I'm going to do my final branch here. So what I will need to do is I will need to curve off here. And I'm going to go all the way down like this. We will be needing to go to St. Mary Cray Station, which is just about here. So we're just going to put in something like this. After that, the next station will be Swanley Station, which will be just up by here. So we're just going to connect these two stations up just by coming literally in a straight line pretty much, curving around like that and into Swanley Station. We will also be needing to go right, so I'm just going to put in another station just here, so that will be come around like here, just in a straight line like this, and we'll be coming into here to Eynsford, I'm guessing is how you say it. I'm not exactly too sure. Yep, that will do. I'm just recording this after adding all the lines in, because I kind of forgot that the Blackfriars to Sevenoaks existed, so we're just doing it now. So the next station will be Shoreham, which will be located in just this spot. I don't exactly know how long this episode will be, but at the current time I started recording at 3 PM and it is just hit 6 o'clock now, so I've been recording for, actually no, I think it was just before 2, sorry, but just before 3, so it's just about 2 when I started recording. But I guess I'm gonna keep this unedited and I'll just be talking whilst doing this. this station is Oxford. So pretty much how I'm just gonna tell you how I do the series, to be honest. So basically I just look at Google Maps 90% of the time. So like I can see Oxford is just done it. Next station will be Baton Ball, which is Baton Ball station will be somewhere around about here. I'm just doing it here because it's a bit easier to do. So I'm just going to put this in a straight line all the way up to Oxford. I think I've accidentally put an S. And then I believe, yeah, then it's straight into Sevenoaks. So here will be Sevenoaks station. Just like this. So I'm just going to curve this one straight off like this. Gonna have to tunnel that. And then... ooh! How did I manage to do with that? Right, there we go. So this is costing 97.2 million, this branch itself. And I believe that is the entirety of the Thameslink finished. And gee, this is our most expensive line so far. Oh my gosh. As you can tell by the table on screen now, you will be able to see that the overground cost $1.3 billion or 1.08 billion GBP, and the Thameslink so far is costing 1.8 billion, so that is quite a lot of money. It's our most expensive so far. It will most likely be the most expensive in the series. So just like that, we're going to be building our blueprint, and we are going to be building the entirety of the Thameslink. So firstly, we're going to do the Bedford to Brighton because that's the first thing we built. So we're going to paste in the RGB value, which is just that beautiful pink. So we're going to add stops to the line, so we're going to go all the way up to Bedford. I'm just going to go down the line. Basically, I'm just going to skip this for you, so the next time you see me, I'll be in Brighton. So now I am going into Brighton all the way over here. Now I am going to go all the way back on myself, back into London. So now we've got the entirety of the line done. I'm going to be purchasing some trains, so we're going to be adding in the class 700s. So we are looking for a train every half an hour, so I'm going to add in 4 more trains. I'm going to add in 1 more, and it's a train every 36 minutes, which is close enough to half an hour. What I'm going to do is add that into passenger service. I'm also going to clone this line, and then I'm going to put it into 3 bridges. Now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go all the way down to Purley, take out that waypoint, and then go through these stations all the way to Hawley, and then 3 bridges, and taking off all of these until I see the next 3 bridges, just like that. Now I take off that waypoint as well. Now from Hawley, we're going to add in Salford, Earlswood, Fred Hill, Merstham, Colston South. And just like the previous one, we are also looking for a train every half an hour. So this one is every 35 minutes, which is also close enough to half an hour. So now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to open this one up to passenger service. I'm also going to clone this one because it's going to go to East Grinstead. I'm going to go through here. We're going to go to London Bridge, South Croydon. It's where our cut-off is going to be. So we're going to take off Purley and then take off all of the stations between there. Now we're going to go through at Sanderstead, and we're just going to go down this line to East Grinstead, and we're just going to go up this line just like this. This one is a special service, so I'm just going to put on 1 train, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make it 1 train every hour, so it isn't too bad. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into passenger service, and I'm going to clone this one. I'm going to go to St Albans to Sutton, so we're going to take off a few of these, and we're going to go along to Blackfriars, and we're going to just cut this off to the next Blackfriars, because this will come through the Elephant and Castle branch, through Loughborough, and just like this. So this is just going to go around like this, through these platforms, and just like that it is fine. So now we've got the Sutton loop done. I am also looking for 4 trains per hour on this branch, so a train every 15 minutes, and every 15 minutes and 45 seconds will be enough. So we're going to go back up, and we're going to clone the Bedford to Brighton because we're going to do the Luton to Rainham. So we're going to take a few off, and we're going to go all the way down to London Bridge, and we're going to delete all of these until London Bridge. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the London Bridge because we want to use this London Bridge. So I'm going to add in that London Bridge too. So that will break it for the time being, but that is perfectly fine because once we get this done, it should fix itself. So we're just going to go through Woolwich, through Plumstead, through Abbey Wood, through Stead, Croydon, Dartford, and through Kent. So we're just going to go back on ourselves, through and up, back within the M25, back into London, and then through Greenwich, through Southwark, and then we've got into London Bridge, and that is perfectly fine like that. So this, we are looking for 2 trains per hour, so we just get 2 more trains, and just like that, 8 trains will make it bang on every half an hour. I'm just going to open this up to passenger service. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be cloning the Bedford to 3 bridges, because we're going to go from Peterborough to Horsham. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Peterborough, put that above, and then going down this line, just like this, through Owen Garden, Hatfield, through Finsbury Park, into King's Cross. So now what I need to do is remove all of these to King's Cross. So now we're going to go through like this. So I'm going to scroll through all of this, go down to 3 bridges, remove that, go back down because we want that branch, and we want to go just down the road to Horsham, and we're just going to bounce back up the line and into the main line there. So this one, just like all the others, is also 2 trains per hour, so we also get exactly half an hour on this service too. So now we just have 1 more service to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone the St Albans to Sutton, because I'm going to do the Blackfriars to Orpington branch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Loughborough Junction, and I'm going to remove every station up to Elephant Castle, just like this, and Denmark Hill, Peckham Rye. I'm just going to go across this into Orpington, and I'm just going to bounce up the line. Now I'm going to do it like this, and then that will be perfectly fine like that. Now for this one, I am looking for 1 train per hour, so I'm going to put in 3 trains in total, which is 56 minutes, which is close enough to every hour. So now I'm going to put that into passenger service. Right, and for the final bit, so I'm going to be cloning the Blackfriars to Orpington because I need to do the Blackfriars to Sevenoaks. Now we're going to scroll down to Bedford. I'm just going to get rid of those. So now it's to Bickley, and now I'm going to go to St Mary Cray, Swanley, Eynsford, Shoreham, Otford, Baton Ball, and Sevenoaks. And then we just go clicking these few stations and into Bickley like that. This one will also be every hour, but 50 will pretty much do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward an entire day just to see how much money the Thameslink will make. So now we are a little bit further than a full day. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Assets, Lines. This is for today so far, but that's not the point, it's 12 minutes. So we're going to go back a day. We'll sort this by A to Z. Now you will see all the Thameslink lines are down here. So which means the Bedford to Brighton is 194693. Today's Grinstead is 78537. To 3 Bridges is 119497. Blackfriars to Orpington is 146644. To Sevenoaks is 158914. Luton to Rainham is 360,000. Peterborough to Horsham is 145052. And the Sutton one is 396,627. That is very close to 1.6 million. Holy, gives us 1,599,991 in total, which puts us around about mid-table for the entirety of the other lines. Anyways, I appreciate you watching through this Thameslink video. The raw footage for this video is literally 3 hours. It literally took me 3 hours to do the entire line, so I would appreciate it if you liked or subscribed. Next week I will be dropping the trams and Waterloo and City Line video. Trams won't take long, Waterloo City Line is literally 2 stations, so neither will take long. So I will see you all then for another NIMBY Rails video. Goodbye.